Hello, everyone. What is up? How was your Saturday? I hope yours is good. Mine has been excellent. I have had an excellent Saturday. It's been quite relaxing, productive, all that good stuff. You're getting to stare at my face for a moment as my Minecraft updates. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up, Arthur? Dave Yank Kumar? Fogarty Fox. It's screenwriting craft once again. Maybe I should call it that, right? Screenwriting craft. Chill Minecraft Stream is kind of a good name. I don't know if it's screenwriting craft just yet. You know what? Maybe it'll be screenwriting craft when I do like a server and everyone joins. Right now I'm playing just by myself. But I think eventually I'll do some kind of like server and then like we could all play. That would be fun. Maybe we can like create a village together or something. Create a glorious screenwriting commune. That'd be fun. Arthur, you're constantly burning out. Well, today's not a day for burning out. Today is a day for Minecraft. Today is a day for chilling, for hanging out. So let's not talk and think about burning out, man. Let's chill. What's up, Jalen? Kareem, chill Minecraft Stream rolls off the tongue better, to be honest. Probably does. I think that's valid. Arco Raj Mandal. Hello, sir. Good to see you all here. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and hop in here. Livestream world. We are going back in. So last Saturday, I remember that I had died, and then I had died uselessly, and I had lost some of my stuff. However, we also did have... Wait a minute, I'm having a little bit of lag here. Let's just let this all catch up for a second. Why is this being... Hold on. Come on. You doesn't have to be that laggy, dude. Yeah. All right. Now we should be good. Okay. So I think we're good now. Yeah, OBS is looking good. The stream is looking good. All right. We're chilling again. Anyways, so last time we had a pretty productive stream overall. Let me kick that music back on today. Hear those sweet, sweet tunes. Leave that on 85. And then video settings. Did I want to... How's my brightness bright? I'm going to bring this down just a touch to like 75 so it's not so stinking bright. Yeah. Okay. I think this is good. That's a little more fog than I want, though. Maybe we kick this up to like 16 and hope I don't get any lag. Yeah, okay. I think we're chilling. What's up, Astro? Good to see you here. Okay. So what's great is we have 5 diamonds. And if I remember correctly, building an enchantment table... Right, isn't it in what? Well, if I remember correctly, I believe building an enchantment table requires only 2 diamonds, which is great. So today's big order of business, now that we have enough diamonds for a diamond pickaxe, we're going to get some obsidian, and we're probably going to take a nether journey today, as well as... So today I think is going to be nether journey, and it is also going to be build more of my house. And right now I only have wood and some basics. Do I have like, I have some gold, but I don't really have, man, I don't even have stone in here. Okay, fine. We're actually going to break out this gold, and we're going to make some tools here. Let's just do like this and like this, just to get us going again. I realize it's not the most good building material, but I'm not gonna start off with wood because I'm not a plebeian. And I'm gonna go ahead and make this diamond pickaxe because obviously. What else do I want out of this chest? I don't think I want anything else here. Terracotta bone, smithing template. Yeah, had a run-in with the warden last time. That is correct. Astra says, what other games do I play? Dude, I am so busy. This is like, you guys are witnessing the only times I'm playing video games, pretty much. Like, maybe I do some casual stuff here and there with some friends or whatever, but, like, I'm not really a hardcore gamer. This is my favorite game. And so, like, I play this. And now I kind of play with you guys. I haven't played this in a while until I started playing with you guys again. But yeah, I'm not really playing a ton of games. I've got a lot going on in my life. I got a lot of stuff I'm doing, you know? I do want to build like a secondary like level up here. Maybe I'll start that up. My floor down there is not the most beautiful in the world, but we love it anyways. And some torches would probably come in handy as well, but it's all good. So this is gonna kind of be like the crow's nest type deal, you know? Do you guys see the vision? I'm trying to like, I don't really build like super, I don't like building like square houses that are just lame and boring, you know? I try to keep it a little interesting. That's what we do around here. And maybe we'll do something like this, like a boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so it's like a very, very dangerous top floor that's not lit up and zombies can spawn. So that works super nice. Let's go sleep. My man on Minecraft YouTube. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I do what I want out here. Yo, yes. Okay, great. I'm actually gonna... maybe I'll leave like a little bit in there, but the rest I'm gonna use to make some torches. Yeah, how do I focus on work and what's my motivation to do it? How do I focus on work? What's my motivation to do it? So that's a good question. I started off, my motivation was very egoic. You know, like I wanted money and I wanted to, well, it's interesting. I mean, YouTube specifically, I started off, I definitely wanted to get views on YouTube, but what really motivated the true start of my channel is the fact that I was making video essays to help me study filmmaking. Because I started making video essays in college because I wanted to, like, so if you go back and you look at like my initial videos on the channel, what you will see is they are not all about screenwriting, right? Like they're about random things. They're about like sound design. They're about a director that I'm interested in. They are about just kind of whatever I was interested in regards to film that week, because I was in film school technically, but I was in a film school that didn't, like, you did 2 years of just general education classes and a couple film classes. This is such a good spot. before you actually got into the film fully. And so then like it was first 2 years gen ed kind of general studies classes, and then the last 2 years were supposed to be only film, which I think is a great system and a great idea. I ended up not finishing that film school, but for those first 2 years when I was doing these general studies classes, all right, let's go. I'm just going to get like a normal kit, and then I need to get a bucket, get some things, and then we're going to go see if we can get some obsidian. That's going to be so that we can make an enchanting table and that we can make a nether portal. So yeah, so I started making the videos in college because I wanted to be a writer-director, right? And so I was like, okay, well, I want to study film. So I started making the videos. And then from that point, like what motivated me to make those initial videos, I think it was, it's hard to say exactly other than just I wanted to be good at making movies, and I wanted to, do it successfully. And so I started making those videos. And then as I kind of went forward, so then in 2018, I moved for a summer to LA for the first time. And in that summer, I was a script reader. And so that was my first time like actually working in Hollywood, which was super cool at the time because like that script reader job was probably the most I felt kind of in the industry, because I was like literally working in a studio where they were making, so it's public knowledge, or at least like it's on my like LinkedIn and stuff, that I worked at Voltage Pictures, which is a really cool production company to have worked for. Wow, that was gone fast. I didn't know it was gonna be that fast. But they were a super cool production company to work for because they were just big enough to where like they had Oscar, like they had won Best Picture. Like they produced The Hurt Locker, which won Best Picture in 2015. So like they were big enough to be like a genuine studio, but they weren't so massive. Like they weren't like a Disney or a Netflix or something where it was like so massive where I wasn't involved. So it really just worked out for me in that sense that I was, I felt like I was really involved, and I was able to be in like development meetings and stuff, and like hear discussions about screenplays and hear discussions about like why they were considering certain projects or why they were not considering other projects. And that was super interesting. And yeah, but the one thing that I did take away from that was like, I realized I did not want to work this kind of job for very long. And like the job that was supposed to be like the next up on the ladder was to be an assistant, right? To be a producer's assistant, like to be an executive assistant, or to be, to go kind of the writer route and become a writer's assistant in some capacity. And so, there we go. I'm looking for this. And so I didn't want to do that because like really, and like you work a job from 9 to 7 and it doesn't really leave you with a lot of creative energy to do other things, right? And so because of that, I was like, well, I would really like to be able to, I came back to school because I did that script reader job for just a summer, and that was an unpaid thing. It was an unpaid internship. So it was great because I read all these screenplays. I was like reading 2 or 3 screenplays a day, like pro screenplays that were being sent to the company, which was super awesome for my writing and understanding of like what wasn't working in these stories, what was working in these stories, because a lot of them were not fantastic screenplays, but that gave me a lot of fuel to be like, this is why I also tell people read bad scripts, because it helps you. If you can figure out why bad scripts aren't working, like objectively, it really helps you become a better writer. And it also really helped me when I ended up doing one-on-one coaching later on, because I already had gone through so many screenplays that were not working and kind of got a sense of what's going on, dude? And got a sense of what was working, what was not, what I saw, like common mistakes, that sort of stuff. But the crux of it was, I was like, okay, well, I don't want to do this kind of job. I would really like to avoid working 10 hours a day, Monday through Friday, at a job I know I'm not going to enjoy, just because it's supposed to be, you know, a rung up on the ladder. So I started looking into making money online, and I started looking into how would I actually support myself so I could write screenplays. Like that became the plan. Like end of 2018, end of that summer, I was like, let me just bring this down just a touch. And I'm also gonna bring this just down a little bit on my end. Hopefully that's good levels for you all. I don't want it to be too distracting. And so, yeah, I came back and I was like, I had like a semester of school to finish, which was great because at that point I had dropped out of the film school and I was getting like essentially like 3 minors. I didn't even have a major at that point. I was just like finishing to finish because my parents were like, they had helped, I had scholarships and they had also helped me pay for school. And they were like, if you don't finish, you owe us the money that we have paid. And I was like, all right, I'll finish. That makes more sense. But I came back and I was like, okay, how would I make money online? Like, how would I make money in a different way that would allow me to write screenplays? Because I wanted to write screenplays, right? The goal was not to meet a ton of people in Hollywood, though that might be cool. The goal was to write screenplays because I wanted to make movies. And so I really kept that the goal. And I was like, okay, well, it doesn't seem like these people doing these assistant jobs are getting, you know, they might be making a lot of connections and their Rolodex might be growing, but are they really getting closer to being a director? Are they really getting closer to being a better screenwriter? I didn't think so. So I started researching kind of how to make money online. And it was funny because my first thought was not my YouTube channel, which was already sitting at like 17,000 subscribers. And so, you know, maybe looking back, it would have been obvious to go, oh, well, I'll just, you know, use my YouTube channel to make money. But for whatever reason, that was not my first thought. So I ended up doing some other businesses with a friend of mine. And we tried some like, you know, kind of trendy online businesses, especially around that time, like 2018, 2019. You know, we tried the whole drop shipping thing, which, you know, like I sort of got working, but I just didn't care. I was like selling blankets and it's like, who cares, you know? So I didn't care about it. And then we tried to do some stuff with Pinterest, which was actually pretty successful. It was just not really monetizable. We like built these like BuzzFeed type Pinterest blogs. We were getting crazy traffic and he was getting way more than me, like, you know, but we were getting like hundreds of thousands of visits to our WordPress blogs because of Pinterest. We were like recycling content. It was like kind of, you know, it was another kind of not really a business thing. Like it was kind of us trying to do BuzzFeed listicles. And again, like I wasn't passionate about it. I didn't really care. So it was like, it kind of worked, but I didn't truly care. And if you don't actually care, you're not really going to get anywhere. And I've always felt that way. And then I did like a couple other things that didn't work out. And then ultimately I was like, wait a minute, like I've already learned this good stuff. What if I like funneled my channel down to, instead of just being a random channel about just general film topics, what if I kind of made it specifically, like, what if I thought about my channel from this tutorial perspective, right? Like, what if I thought about my channel from trying to help other people and do that specifically with screenwriting? Because at that point I had written like 3 or 4 screenplays, and I had submitted a screenplay to that company, Voltage, that I had worked for, and they didn't accept it, but I had written one and submitted it to them, and like a producer had read it and given me feedback, and all that was awesome. And I had learned so much from reading all these unproduced proscripts too, like just about what was working in their scripts, what wasn't working. And it was good because I wasn't thinking about these people as like above me, right? That just because they had submitted a script or they were in the WGA, like that didn't make them above me. I didn't think about them like that. I was just trying to look at their writing objectively and say, okay, how good is this really? And how, what would I change? What could I make better? What do I think they did well? And just thinking about it from that perspective was super helpful. And so I started, that's when, like, if you go to my channel, you can kind of see like the first videos that really took off, kind of my first series about, I think it starts with like the Dark Knight structure video. And that's where I made this big shift from general videos to specifically trying to make videos that were helpful to other people. And that really started working. And once that really started working, I was like, oh, okay, like this is going to be my avenue to not have to work for somebody else. And even still, I didn't have a product yet. Like I didn't have something to sell. But at that point, what was great was I was focused on making cool stuff first and trying to make videos that were helpful to people first. And when I got success with that, it was like, oh, okay, this is the angle that is working here. And so if I just keep feeding this angle and I keep thinking about, okay, how best can I help screenwriters and what am I learning and how can I make the clearest, most helpful videos possible, and thinking about my channel from like a tutorial perspective. Like my channel is fundamentally educational, not just entertainment, right? I think a lot of people on YouTube, they get caught up because they try to be entertaining first. That they want to make like a cool podcast and like da-da-da. And like, okay, cool, you can make your cool podcast, but like people buy t-shirts from podcasters, right? They don't buy things that like cost more than $40 most of the time, right? Like you're not buying a $300 course, for example, or a multi-$1,000 coaching process from somebody that just entertains you. And so that's again why, if you're interested in figuring out how your area of expertise can be used as your business, then it's very helpful to think about it as I am making tutorials, right? I'm making something that other people are going to learn from first and foremost, not just get some fun help from, because they will, your whole sort of angle is quite different in that way. And so then I you kind of, I guess the beginning of this was what motivates me. I don't think I have to be motivated by something external. And I don't think you have to be motivated by something external either. I think that fundamentally you are a creative force. You have creative energy. You are a creative entity. The problem is not that you need motivation. The problem is that you waste your energy on consumption and stupidity rather than cutting out constant consumption and stupidity and focusing on being creative. Because if you want to, drink and smoke and binge eat and sit in front of the TV all day, that is where your creative life force, or watch, dirty online videos and stuff, that's where your creative life force is going to be going. It's not going to be going towards, fueling your creative essence. But I truly believe, because I would say I'm an absolute real life case study of this, you can 100% be high off life. That's a real thing. And because you are so excited by your own creative ideas that you genuinely feel high off life, right? You get dopamine rushes by having creative ideas, but you're not going to have those dopamine rushes of creative ideas if you are constantly allowing your mind to be full of garbage because you're so addicted to a million things. And if you do feel like you're addicted to a million things, then the number one most practical thing you can possibly do to stop that addiction to a million things is go on a water fast. And that's literally like, I talked about that in my email yesterday, which is like, all that is like take, maybe like 2 or 3 days to start. But then when you're, once you do that, I would really highly recommend doing like a 7-day or longer, like water only fast. No food, no drinking, no smoking, like no none of this stuff. I would also like throw away your earbuds. Don't be sitting in front of YouTube all day, and let your mind go through this hard reset of kind of reorienting yourself and kind of getting back to source. Okay, I need to not go down here today. Or at least I need to like do this in a totally different manner. You need to kind of like reorient yourself to your source energy, right? Your source creative energy is always there, but it is the external things around you that you allow to pull your creative energy away. And so that would be my biggest advice. Go on a fast. Like, it's not that hard. It's not going to be, you don't have to do it for 30 days. You don't have to do it for a billion years, but you need to do like at least 3 to 7 days. Anything less than 3 days can be helpful, but like really you're not going to see a serious difference unless you do at least 3 days, because that 3-day mark is so crucial, because like that day 3 of a fast. So I did a 7-day fast pretty recently, and like the reason I'm talking about it is because it was so helpful to me. And I did that fast, and like day 3 is usually the hardest because your body is really going through that reset, and so then you get all these negative emotions, and you just feel frustrated and angry and annoyed, and why am I even doing this? And all these negative emotions come up. But if you stick to it and you push through, your body is going to feel weak. Your body might feel tired, but when you get to like day 5, day 6, it's like your brain is like alive for the first time. It's like almost psychedelic in that way. Like it's like the natural way to feel like a sort of psychedelic state, because it's like it feels spiritual. Like it feels like your brain is awake for the first time, because you don't realize just how much of your energy is constantly going to like your next fix, right? Like you have these built-in habits and instincts now of like, you're always thinking about, oh, I got to go eat a candy bar. Oh, I got to go, smoke. Oh, I got to go have a drink. Oh, I got to blah, 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 blah. And like when you always have that as top of mind, how are you ever going to get excited and passionate about your creative ideas? So you have to learn how to, you have to learn how to push away from that stuff. DP asked me, have you ever faced pressure from family or friends regarding your career, or particularly when pursuing a job in the creative field? Absolutely. So he's just gonna be mad. So I guess I'm not gonna be around here. I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm not doing this whole fight this guy again today. I'm gonna go somewhere else, and I'm gonna find some lava. DP, absolutely. I have faced. So my family has always been. I have a great family. They have always been supportive of what I'm up to. They prefer me explain what's going on and explain, like, for example, my dad wanted an explanation when I told him I was leaving film school, and like he wanted to know what my plan was going to be. He wanted to know why I had committed to film school for 2.5 years of college and then suddenly was saying, no, I don't want to do this film school anymore. So he wanted an explanation. He wanted some answers. But like when I walked him through why I was doing this, like he was very reasonable, and he was like, okay. But he did tell me, you do need to finish. You don't just get to go do something else. And that's fair. But no, I think on the friend side has been the bigger thing. So when I first started out, I had people that said I was a scammer for making videos about screenwriting and this sort of thing. And some of those friends kind of came around later on, but they didn't it was never kind of, I think there was always a certain energy about it. But, ultimately, those who were, who kind of always thought my path was a strange one, they ended up trying to also do social media stuff later on. And so it's like, well, like you were just hindering your own self mentally by setting up these beliefs about what you supposedly could or could not do, and then projecting that onto me, because you felt that, you felt this type of way about what I was doing. And it's all good. I don't care. I used to carry resentment towards people about that sort of stuff, but now it's like, I've kind of been on this road for as long as I have, and I've had enough people on Reddit say that I'm just like scamming everybody, and all my programs are total scams, and I'm just like, I see my whole audience as a big old funnel of money, and so I think you read internet comments long enough, and you start to develop some thicker skin. And if you don't, if you can't develop some thicker skin because people write words on the internet, or people, want to say some offhand comments to you, because they're projecting their own limitations onto you, then, being a creative person is not going to be for you, right? Because that's the whole thing. Like, part of being creative is breaking the mold. Part of being creative is saying, hey, I think I know better. I think I know a different way that things could be done, right? I think differently. I think I look at something differently. And if you can't be okay with other people saying, what? You can't do that? Like, then you're not going to make it very far. And so, at the very least, know that if you feel that you're trying to do something creative and you have people in your life that, are against that in some way, know that I support you. Do not, now, again, a lot of it comes down to intention. If you're someone who's like, oh, I'm going to actually be an online scammer, well, then, that makes you a jerk. Do not be a scammer. But if you have a genuine intention to make stuff that is helpful to people, if you have a genuine intention to make people's lives better, if you have a genuine intention to be creative, and to use that creativity in a way that might not make perfect sense to every single person that then there's nothing wrong with that. But you do have to understand that, like, if you are doing something different, there will be resistance. That's natural, because people are resistant to things that are different from how they see the world, and that's just natural. And a lot of that is just you figuring out that you're on the right path. I'm gonna punch this. All right, I'll hit him with this. There we go. Like, part of being on the path is that resistance comes forward. Resistance is natural. If you never feel any resistance, then you're probably not doing anything that is that interesting. Or you're probably not doing anything that is really different. Because if people totally understand what you're doing fully and completely all the time, then you're probably not doing something that's that unique. And, yeah. So yeah, like, and you can't, I used to try to argue with people, try to change their opinion, but like, that doesn't really work much either. Either people are going to resonate, they are going to be on the same energetic frequency as you with what you're doing, or they are not going to be on the same energetic frequency as you. And you can't totally control that. Well, you can't control that. So yeah, GM Maverick, I have done, I wrote an ebook. You're asking me about what have I written book-wise. I wrote an ebook. The ebook is decent. I want to put some of my views on, like, online business into a course. That would be different from just like a straight up writing course. Because I think I have, now that I've been doing, like, I've been a full-time online business person for 5 years now. And so that's something that, it's something I have a knowledge base in that I haven't really shared with others. But I've been busy. But I like writing lessons and building course material, and it's all sort of video essay education, screenwriting, right? Like it all blends together in the great machine that is my creative forward progress. Like right now I'm writing a screenplay and working on Practical Screenwriting Course 2.0, which is going to be free on the YouTube channel, and I'm working on my writers group, and I'm working on one-on-one coaching, working on screenplays with writers, and I'm doing this kind of other courses like a side project, and today I was doing some other stuff, and like that's even outside of the scope of what I just explained. So again, it's like that hasn't happened overnight. It's taken me time to get in more and more of like a just creative ecosystem mentally, like creating more of a just life of creativity. But dude, I mean, so much of that it is so much more about what you are cutting out of your life, and so much less about like creating these task lists of creativity to motivate yourself. Like, it's not, when I try to make these task lists of like, okay, I got to do all these things and then I'll be so happy and creative. It's like, no, you never feel that. Really, let's put that up. Really, it's like, what can I remove? What is holding down my natural energy, my natural inclination to work on the things that are interesting and creative to me? Because if I can take away those things, then I will just naturally fall into places of creativity, right? Like then I have to rely less and less on deadlines and these other things, because I am just being more naturally creative every day, because I am setting up more and more of my life naturally to be in that direction, because I'm not making my life trying to go get another joint or trying to get another drink or trying to do these other things. And I say that as somebody that has really enjoys a joint. And that's something I have not really talked about on this channel, because for a long time I was kind of, embarrassed about it. I was like, because deep down I felt like this was holding me back. And so I didn't want to talk about it on the channel. I wanted to keep this kind of demeanor of like, oh yeah, there's nothing going on. But it's, and it doesn't make me like evil or a terrible person for having a joint, but it does make me less creative, and people say like, oh no, like, smoking just makes me super creative and stuff. But that's not true. Or people would be like, oh, like Adderall helps me focus. Also not true. These things make you feel more creative, or they might make you feel like you're more focused, but they are not actually making you more focused or more creative, right? That is a fundamental difference, right? That's kind of the lie of external substances, right? Is you're like, oh no, this thing makes me focus. This thing makes me creative. It does not, right? ADHD medicine, all this stuff, it doesn't make you focus more. It doesn't make you more creative. It makes you feel that way. And that's two very, very different things. And again, like, I'm not trying to judge anybody who's doing it. Like, I'm zero judgment on anything. Like, I have done all sorts of things that that have not been helpful to me or to the people around me. And so, like, I'm not here to be like this judgmental person. It doesn't help anybody for me to project more shame into you, right? That's not what I'm trying to do. All I'm saying is, if you really want to feel more motivated, if you want to feel more creative, if you actually want to be quote unquote high on life, if that's an actual desire of yours, then it is going to require you getting serious about cutting out the things that bring your creative energy down. And the best way to do that is by fasting, because when you fast, you actually remove the bacteria and the parasites that are in your gut that contribute to those feelings of like, oh, I have to do this thing right now, right? A lot of those are coming from bacteria and parasites in your gut. They aren't coming from your mind. Ooh, there's some diamonds. Let's go. So, yeah, hopefully that ramble there was enlightening. I'm gonna grab some of these diamonds. I have not found lava pools yet, which would be preferable, so that I could actually get some of that sweet, sweet obsidian. And this stuff is gonna get me killed again, probably. Gotta make sure that doesn't happen. Oh no, I'm out of wood. Okay, well that's annoying. Okay, well, I will just suffer through this gravel situation. Okay. All right. I think that's it. I think I got it. MLK Halabi is asking me about Christianity. This is a very complex conversation that I'm still... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is what we should discuss quite yet. I don't know if you guys are ready for all that, because it's very nuanced. It's not so clear cut of like, oh yeah, I just do normal church things. It's not really how I do stuff. It's a little bit more... There's a little bit more to it than that. So, I'll probably save that discussion for another time. Because I don't want you to think like, oh, Tyler fits neatly into my preconceived notion of this religious idea. Because I do not. Man, no lava pools, guys? Come on. All I want is a pool of lava that I can mine obsidian. Is that so much to ask? You're in the same spot? That's good. Yeah, here's what I would say about sort of... Let's talk about religion for a moment. I don't believe that some other guy has a closer connection to God than you do. Just because they are part of an organization and have, you know, like they might be in a longer relationship with God, with spirit, with you know, the holy, with light, truth, these sorts of things, and therefore they can be mentors to you. But I would be extremely cautious of taking anyone's views on God completely and totally at face value if they're just telling you, hey, here are the tenets of how it exactly works, and any personal experiences you have that might contradict how exactly we have told you it is, those are invalid, and you need to go with the words that we tell you because you need to place what we say or what's in our book over your direct interactions with divinity, and that is something that I would disagree with. I think that, you know, I think it's very, very important. You know, and I think a lot of Christians do talk about, like, the relationship, this idea of relationship over religion. I think that is something that is on the right track. All right, looks like we got a spawner here. Sweet. No, get away. Okay. Cool. I'm probably just gonna take this down. I don't think I'm gonna... All right, got some iron. Take that. Oh, that's cool. Got a music disc. Sweet. Got some iron horse armor. Always nice. Got an enchanted book. That's cool. Got a lot of string. Okay. I guess we'll take that string. Nope. Really need a lot of rotten flesh, but I guess we can take some. No. Hey. Hey. How much raw iron do I have? 55. Okay. Let's do some smelting here. I'm going to put some armor on. Am I Bedrock? No, man, I'm Java Edition. Java Edition forever, baby. Java Edition forever. Java Edition over Bedrock Edition. We never play on Bedrock over here. Josiah is asking me, when you say you're a Christian, do you mean that you believe in Christ? Well, I didn't say I was Christian. And there's, again, right, like, what does it mean to believe in Christ? Like, because what you were asking is, do you subscribe to the fundamental tenets of who Christ is, what he did, what he came to do, all of this, right? So there's like a million, when you say, do you believe in Christ, there's a ton of things within that question that are not so, like, you know, yes, no. Because when you say, do you believe in Christ, you're saying, okay, do I believe that he was the singular Son of God? And, you know, that all of what is behind that question. So, again, I think it's, there's a lot of nuance to get into that. And so, I just won't answer right now. There's some diamonds. Sweet. Maybe at another point. Maybe I'll friggin' write a book or something. When I can really I can make my Reddit trolls extra mad, and like write like a whole book on my feelings on religion or something. And then, how could he possibly? Who does he think he is? Maybe we'll do some of this, smelt some of that up. G'day from Australia. I can say, I'm Bedrock, I can say Bedrock is trash. Oh man, yeah. Bedrock is trash, you know, I don't know what to tell you. You're playing on the wrong Minecraft, dude. That's it's unfortunate to hear. Java forever, Java for the win. You know, Java supremacy. All that stuff. Yeah, okay. So probably +5, +6. It's probably just better to make iron boots than it is to +2 armor. This is when on feet +1. Okay, yeah, so it's just better to make the iron boots. All right. And then I'm gonna split some of this up. Yeah. Cool. Jack says, I'm applying to film school right now and I'm getting a little stressed by how competitive it is. Any tips or advice? I mean, look, dude, at the end of the day, if you think that, like, whatever film school you're trying to apply for is going to be your golden ticket into becoming a good filmmaker, like, that's not the case. You have the best film school literally in the universe, which is the internet. Like, we take the internet so for granted, it is insane. Honestly. We take the internet so absolutely for granted. The amount of information that you can find, the amount of people willing to help you that you can find, like, you can get 15 cinematography professors right now on the internet. What is the difference between sitting in a classroom and listening to a guy talk with a PowerPoint behind him and watching a YouTube video? Like, the only difference is if you're going to a film school that, like, has equipment, which the film school that I went to did, which was awesome. I went to Liberty University's film school, the Zachy Gordon Cinematic Arts, and I only went there for a semester, but I was at that school for like 3.5 years, but I was only in that film school for a semester. But in that one semester, it was great. Like, I made 7 short films in one semester because they actually let us use their film equipment. Like, they had all these awesome cameras and stuff. Is that a... Okay, maybe. They had all these awesome cameras, and like, they actually let us use them, and they let us use equipment, and like, we had groups that we worked in to make these movies, these short films, and we made like a short a week for like the first semester. It was awesome. So if you're in a film school that's doing something like that, then great. But if you're in a film school that's like just guys talking in a room, it's like, dude, be on YouTube. It doesn't matter what film school you get into, because be on YouTube. Now, maybe you get some connections or you find some like-minded students. I think the biggest thing about going to film school is the fact that you could finding other students that are actually talented and interested in doing it for real. Because some people are just there to kind of hang out, and then they're not actually going to go and do anything of interest. So that can be a good part of film school. But ultimately, dude, if your film school is like sitting in classrooms listening to some guy talk, like, YouTube is that. You know? Like, college, the concept of college was built before the internet existed, right? The college is not some pillar of human life that it has to exist, right? Like, college is essentially obsolete now. That's the reality. The only thing about college that makes it not obsolete is the fact that you can meet interesting people that are your age and kind of meet them on a level playing field, and then use that to make cool projects. So, like, I am a big believer in the idea of first principles thinking. Okay, what is first principles thinking? First principles thinking is saying, okay, what actually do I need to achieve a particular goal, right? So you don't need to follow a system that someone else placed if you know what your goal is, right? So this is part of the reason that I was able to make the logical and correct, looking back, decision of saying, well, I'm not going to do the traditional path of being somebody's assistant for the next 10 years. Because I think I can do this in a better way. Because I knew, ultimately, what do I need to be a writer? Well, I need money to pay bills, time to write, and connections to sell screenplays. However I get those things, that can be a myriad of different avenues, right? But it's understanding the pieces. So like, if you're like, okay, well, I want to be a director, I want to make movies. Okay. Well, you don't have to follow a particular system to make those movies. You need a crew, you need a cast, you need money to make the movie, you need equipment, right? That's what you need. And so understanding what you actually, like, think about the building blocks of what it is you are trying to do, rather than assuming that you must follow some arbitrary system somebody created for you to exist inside of. The more you can do that in your life, the more creative you can get about things, because the less you are relying on other people's systems to get your thing done, and the more you can think outside of the box and be creative about, okay, I just need, do not blow up by my diamonds, and he blew up by my diamonds, and now they're gone forever. Awesome. Oh wait, no. Well, that's nice. Thanks, bro. Thanks for not destroying my diamonds. You actually helped me out there. Good guy, creeper. What's that up there? I think it's iron. So my advice to you would be, don't get stressed out about what film school you're going to go to. And just be like, look, I'm going to go to the film school that I end up at. And ultimately, no matter where I go, I'm going to be looking for other talented people at that film school. I'm going to be looking for people that are serious about making films and not just there to hang out and goof off. Because there are a lot of people in college that are there to just goof off for another 4 years. And that's another thing is, I actually used my time at college. I built my YouTube channel to 17,000 subscribers while I was in college. And I still had fun, and I hung out with friends, and I did the whole college thing, right? But I was not really much of a partier, and I spent a lot of time sitting in front of my computer editing videos and writing videos. And I don't regret a single second of that time, because it built a foundation for what I have today. And so I would say, first and foremost, don't spend college wasting your time assuming that just because you're at some group of buildings, because that's what a college is, it's a group of buildings in a spot. Don't assume that because you're at some group of buildings that your life is going to totally and perfectly work out and you're going to gain all these skills. You gain skills by working on those skills. Does that make sense? I hope so. Now, where was my furnace? Okay, I don't think it's up here. This is what happens when I set some stuff in a freaking area to smelt. This happens every single time. I set some stuff in a spot to smelt, and then I go on a long walk, and in this case, I'm out here yapping, and then I lose it. Okay, I went down here. This is a dead end. Of course it is. Josiah, I have tried writing poetry. But poetry is not super my thing. Although if I was gonna try to write more poetry, I would probably be writing song lyrics. I don't think I am a huge fan of just writing poetry for poetry's sake, nor am I a huge fan of listening to poetry for poetry's sake. I really like something with kind of a rhythm to it, if it's just going to be a monologue or this kind of thing. So like, I like stuff like spoken word. Spoken word can be cool if somebody's kind of giving some passionate monologue about an idea. But like straight up just poetry it's not really hit for me. No. DP says, I went to film school in the UK. It was not very beneficial to me, but I will not discourage you, as it could be a worthwhile experience. I believe in you. Yeah. Like, look, I mean, I'm a big believer that you do get what you put into things, right? So like if you goof off or if you're not that serious, or if you just, sometimes you're just in a bad spot and like you're just surrounded by people that aren't serious and whatever. Man, come on. I need to find I need to find this smelting, that furnace, and I need to get some obsidian. Still the objective, get obsidian. I want to get obsidian, build a house. That's all we're doing today, theoretically. So hello, Zelda Maniac 16. Yeah, I'm a firm believer that you get what you put into things. So if you have a, constantly terrible attitude and you don't want to ever work on things, like that was part of it. I made short films being in my particular film program, and then I also made multiple short films outside of that program, and those are actually up on my channel. So I did like a 48-hour short film, and I made this like character talking to character, which I discourage people to do because it's not that good, but I do have that short film up on my channel. I made this kind of I had this idea of just doing like a one-er short film. Like that was kind of interesting to me, doing an entire short as one shot. So I have like this very short film that's just a single shot the whole way through. It's like a one scene kind of thing. So like I was making stuff. I was making YouTube videos. I was making shorts. I was writing screenplays. I was doing things. I was actively meeting people. I was looking at like if people in the film school had work to show me, like, a cool video they made or a short film, like I would always watch. Always, always, always I would watch because I wanted to find people that were good at stuff and have them make stuff with me, right? Like, that's just kind of common sense, right? And so, like, if you are someone who is... Oh, is it up here? Let's go! Excellent. So if you're somebody who is doing that, like, people just waste their time because they don't ask questions. They don't ask what are people working on. They don't take advantage of, somebody's like, hey, I made a short film, and they're like, oh, cool, and then they don't ever watch it. It's like, it's actually funny thinking about people that I went to film school with. And like, this isn't everybody, and I'm not picking on people, but somebody wouldn't, maybe they made a short, and then maybe someone would somebody would be like, oh, that's cool, and then they would send them the link, and they would never watch the short. It's like, hey, bro, are you stupid? Like, you're in a film school, and you're not watching the films that the other people in that film school are making, therefore not understanding that person's skill level, therefore not understanding what they're good at, therefore not knowing how you and them could collaborate on the extremely collaborative process of filmmaking to make something interesting. Like, you're just being an idiot. And I think people slow themselves down with all these limited beliefs about like, oh, well, it's expensive to make a movie, or it's expensive to make a short, or I need this or I need that. It's like, you don't need that much. I have made some no budget shorts that have come out pretty well. And, I have found that people were the most willing in college to make stuff because people in college are, they're also students. Yes. And they want to make stuff, and they want to be involved in things that are cool. That's like, if you can, like, nobody cares. Honestly, if you can make cool stuff, that makes you cool. Period. Like, I'm gonna say that again. If you can make cool stuff, that makes you cool, right? People will be like, oh, I don't talk well in front of people, or I'm ugly, or I'm fat, or I'm this, or I'm shy, or like they give themselves all these false beliefs or whatever. It's like, don't worry about any of that and be a part of making cool things. And I guarantee you will have friends and you will have people that are interested in doing stuff with you. And if you pour your creative passion that you have naturally into every single project that you work on, I guarantee it will be good at some level. And And you will find friends, and like you will have a good college experience, or you'll have a good life experience. Because, like, you know, think about maybe some of your favorite artists, whether they're directors, writers, actors, producers, painters, poet, you know, whatever, poets, right, whatever. You know, some of those people are not super attractive. Some of those people are a variety of the human condition, right? They are on the broad spectrum of what it means to be human, but people admire them because they made cool things. So if you make cool things and you aren't, especially if you're like, show your work to people. Don't be so hesitant to show work and any of this. I guess I'm just not finding lava. I guess I'm just... Okay. I have 10 diamonds on me. I've got all this cool stuff. I'm getting out of here. I'm calling it. I will find obsidian at another time. Now, how do I get out of here? What do I think about Andrei Tarkovsky films? I have not seen an Andrei Tarkovsky film. Not a one. Somebody asked me about something earlier. That I can't remember what it was. Yeah, okay. What are y'all talking about? Shift remote. Annie, here's what I would say about, you're asking me, Annie asks me about, should we forget about structure when writing unconsciously in this new phase? Here's what I would say about, like, thinking about structure and writing, and I'm going to keep this short because I don't want to talk about, I guess I have too long. When you are outlining, think about your structure. When you are writing scenes, write the scene you're writing. Okay? No. Okay, like, if you are in the draft, you're writing an individual scene. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna go this way. Can I go around maybe? So don't... Oh my gosh, dude, are you for real? Okay. Okay. Please. Not this time. Okay, we're gonna sit in this hidey hole and we're gonna pray. Yeah, the short answer, Annie. If you're writing pages, write only the scene you were writing in that moment, period. You are only writing the scene you're writing in that moment. Oh my gosh, he's out there, isn't he? If I die right here, I'm going to be so angry, you won't even believe. So yeah, if you're outlining, outline. Think of your structure. Think of the multiple scenes, right? Outlining is for big picture thinking. If you are writing pages, you are writing a single scene at all times. You can never write two scenes at the same time. Like in this, even if you're intercutting, right? You're still in one single flow of drama. So you're not writing 5 scenes. You're not writing an act. You're not writing structure. There is no structure when you're writing scenes. There is no structure. There's only the scene you're writing. Oh yeah, what are my coordinates? My coordinates are -3,000, -500. Okay. Is he out there? I don't hear him. Are you for real, bro? He is out there. Oh my gosh, dude. Can I just dig up? If I just dig up, do you think I die? Okay. I guess I'm dead. Right? I don't know what to do. Negative 3,000, negative 500, negative 10. Well, we're going to sit in this hidey hole and hope this guy walks off. Does he ever walk off? I don't even know if he does. I'll be fine digging up. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like he's waiting on me. Fogarty, I want to believe you. Have I ever played Skyrim? If so, I hope so. Awesome. Well, I'm going to sit in this hidey hole for a minute because I'm sitting with 10 diamonds, 52 iron, an enchanted book, a music disc. I got too much stuff. I got too much stuff to lose. I'm going to sit here for a moment. I don't want to be responsible. I understand. No, I am responsible. I am the only one that is responsible. I'm going to answer these two questions here. Have I ever played Skyrim? If so, what's my favorite Elder Scrolls game? I have played Skyrim, and I've played a little bit of Oblivion. I think I've put like maybe 100 hours into Skyrim, so I'm not like a pro gamer boy, but I have played. I thought the story was fun. Like, I played the big story. I beat like Alduin, the big dragon guy. I defeated the Empire. Obviously, I joined the rebellion. Always join the rebellion in any game. What else did I do? I became like a big mage. I became a werewolf. I did the whole vampire thing. So yeah, like I had a lot of fun with that game. No. I mean, what am I supposed to do? It's just a video game. Also, I have no food. Also, it's nighttime. Okay. What were my coordinates? 3,000, negative 3,000, negative 500. Okay, I'm not far away. I need food. Can I eat these? I don't even know if I can. Gosh, stupid guy. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pickaxe my way to the bottom, dude. Okay, I gotta do this fast. Okay, negative 3,000. Negative 500. This way. Right? 3, 4. Yes, okay. And I need wood, which I have freaking 0 of. I have no wood whatsoever. Alright, we're on a time crunch, boys. I need a tree. And I need stone. Of course, I can't eat these. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to be in the ground right now. Negative this way. I need to be running this way. Come on, baby. Please let this work. And I'm already out of food. There's no way. There's no way. Maybe I should just hop back in the cave? Dude, there's no way, bro. It's actually gone. Okay, well, I can't give up quite yet. We need to get underground. Come on, baby. Freaking be gone. Come on, come on. Please, baby. Please. It's right around here, right? Right? Wasn't it? 456. 345. It's got to be this way? Oh, dude. Come on. Right? It was right around here, right? It was negative 500, 3,000. It's like almost exactly here, right? And then where's my y-axis? This way. 383. Okay. 383, 501. Okay, which way is my, okay. It's gonna be right that way. Ah, yeah, I mean, who knows, guys? Who knows? Was it right over this way? $329. $501. Yeah, I mean, like, there's just no way I find it, right? Like, I think it's... Oh, it's here. Right? Probably at the bottom of this. Well, it's probably around here, but I'm I hate this game. I hate this stupid guy and his little freaking stupid little tactics. Like, worst mob of all time. I've lost all my stuff. This entire session is gone. Welcome to Minecraft. Oh, I hate this game. Yeah. Okay. I'm on a time crunch, Cornelius. It already took me 8,000 years. I mean, it's gone now. Well, that goes all progress for this session. Awesome. 10 diamonds. Music disc. All gone. Everything. All blood, sweat, and tears of this session. Totally gone. Oh, and the sun would be going down right now. So I'm gonna have to go sleep before I can go get wood and start all over again. I'm done mining, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, I hate this game. This is why I don't play video games, because then I just get angry. Unbelievable, bro. He just doesn't leave. He's leave forever. How long was I sitting there answering screenwriting questions? I dig one block and now he comes. I can't fight him. There's no way to beat him without like full, like for serious armor. There's no way I fight him. I can't dig a single block to leave. I'm just screwed. I'm just totally and utterly screwed. Stupid garbage game made for children. This is why I do other things with my life, because these garbage children's games make me so angry. Man. I had so much stuff too. I mean, I guess I can get the diamonds back pretty fast, because this game has 1 billion diamonds now, because now it's a game for children, not a man's game like it was in alpha. I'm laughing, but that's for real. This game used to be a man's game. It used to be hard to get diamonds. I found 10. That's insane. Should never be able to find 10 diamonds in Minecraft. That's what happens when Microsoft buys your game and makes it garbage. When anything you love gets acquired by a big company, that's when that thing dies. Always remember that, children. Always remember that. Anything that gets bought out, acquired by some corporation, that's when that thing dies and becomes lame and stupid. Like this game. And that's why it has that stupid big creature. That stupid big creature ruining my life. So I'm going to punch trees and go back to square one again. Oh, man. Oh, children's games. All video games are children's games. Especially this one. He can kill you in 2 hits with the best armor. I bet he can. I bet he can. I mean, I guess it's a good thing there's like something... If it's going to be that easy to get 10 diamonds, I guess it's a good thing that there's a big bad evil monster down there ready to ruin your whole life. Wow, and I don't have like any food. And I have still yet to kill a single animal. Where was that village at? Maybe we can go steal more of their crops. That's probably what I'll do. I should probably plant a farm too. That'd be a good idea. Hello, sheep. Even in my time of desolation and starvation, I will not kill you. Because I'm a nice guy. Max Payne says, try Dark Souls. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. You know what? I have Dark Souls on Steam. So I actually, without having to, like, I bought the game a while ago and then I loaded it up and like, the UI in that game, maybe it's just PC. And also I had like the original Dark Souls, so maybe the newer games are a little bit more user-friendly. But just the user interface in that game is so garbage and so non-intuitive that I was like, how would I possibly play this game for any given period of time? All right. The Minecraft music laments with me. Oh, man, it would have been nice to find my stuff, you know? Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Onwards. I will not dwell on the past. I can only think of the future. The future is making a farm and building my house. I mean, hey, I guess that keeps this game alive. It keeps this world alive, because if I would have gotten into the nether this game, and if I would have been like done with this world in like 3 more seconds. At some point I want to show you guys my library. I know I mentioned it in the last one. I'm not sure what Jaster is laughing at. My pain or something I said. What have I thought about the MCU's Phase 4? I have not seen a single Marvel film since Endgame because that's when the series actually ended. So what I do is I stop watching things when they're supposed to end, which is also why I haven't seen any of House of the Dragon, because obviously, why would I watch that? Because obviously Game of Thrones is over. Like, I have a respect for stories, so I won't watch any more Marvel movies. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Why do we like watching other people play games online and not play them ourselves? Well, I think in the case of something like Dark Souls, it's so that you don't have to experience the deep pain. You get to laugh at someone else's pain rather than experiencing it yourself, right? I'm gonna get some flowers. Sounds like a spawner or something. Is that just like a cave or what? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna beautify. Definitely gonna be doing some beautification here shortly. Some wooden old tools, like a little starter guy, because we're starting up once again. Maybe I should kind of like build backups of items, but you know, I'm kind of an all-in guy. Yeah, this is a spawner. Okay, well that's nice. All right. Oh, I don't have torches either. Okay. Let me see if I can find some coal real fast, and hopefully not starve. And maybe I should get some iron or some stone tools here while I'm at it. While I restart Minecraft again. We have come full circle. Thanks, Ferreira. Come on, give me some coal. Thank you. Oh, wow. My prayers have been answered. Oh, I can mine this with wood. Yes. I hear you, skeleton. Skellington. Yeah. Fogarty says there was step 6 in the story circle. Yes, if we want to do our story circle in this Minecraft session, it would be character Thanos Tyler wants to go mining and find obsidian and diamonds. Then encounters various monsters and things. Encounters, you know, like that. What was it? The spawner and stuff. So encounters the things is the 3, beats them is the 4, and then 5 finds diamond. Well, I didn't get my 6, which was supposed to be my, or my. I didn't get my 5. I mean, which is supposed to be my finding my obsidian. But yeah, I did, you know, find a lot of diamonds, so that's my 5. And then 6, I encounter the monster, and he beats me. And so then, in this case, my climax ended up with me dying. So I had an unfortunate climax on this one, and my 7 was returning back to my home. So yeah, there's your story circle. Hopefully that helps you think about the story circle too, because it's really not that complicated. You know, if you actually understand what's going on. Like this Minecraft session unironically has had a story circle. So. But we're gonna try to end it with this thing. Act 2 now. Yeah. Absolutely. You're crushing, Fogarty. Crushing. Actually, I'm going to leave this one alive, because this one might be useful to me. This one is so close to my house. And it's near ground, so... Golden apple's cool. Hey, a music disc. That's cool. That one replaces the one I lost. That's nice. I don't really need all this dead flesh, but I guess we'll take it for maybe... Oh, that's nice. Get a little bread. Sounds like there's another one nearby. Pumpkin seeds is cool. Gunpowder's cool. Iron horse armor. Oh. Ah! No. Are you kidding me? Awesome. No, that's just awesome, actually. No, that's actually super cool. That's actually totally, that's 100,000% to be exactly expected. The way that this one is running. Those little zombies, dude. And I had no armor on. Not a pro gamer move. Okay. It's just over here, though. For sure, it's over here. Okay, I'm going to actually recover this stuff and return to my house, and then I'm out of here. I have somewhere to be in like 20 minutes. What a show this one has been. You're not going to see me on any MLG gaming sites anytime soon. What you are experiencing today, ladies and gentlemen, has not been pro gamer moves. Max Payne, I feel like it should come as fairly clear that there a particular story medium, like screenplay or novel, is not necessarily better than one or the other. They're just different mediums. They just have different constraints, different advantages. Like, a novel can be... What's great about a novel, pros of a novel are, you are actually doing the finished product all yourself, which is really nice. And it can be as long and as winding and crazy as you want. A screenplay has way more rigid structure to it. You know, like, there's a lot more objective do's and don'ts, because you're making something that has to be 2 hours long, has to be actually filmable, has to be all these other things. So it's really just pros and cons more than anything. Was it over here? It better be. Yes. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, that's not so bad, right? That worked out. Yeah. I know. So this is not really... This is just a cave. Not necessarily like... Huh. Yeah, no. I'm not doing this right now. But this is great. Now I got a spawner, so I have like infinite... Yeah, I can mine experience infinitely here, which is always nice. I'm going to put up some kind of little pylon. button to remind me. This is here. Da-da-da-da. Pretty simple. I won't forget that. And it's very near my house, so. Okay. So I think next session I'm going to start off maybe building a farm. Because I need a good food supply. And I probably will set up some kind of... I need to do like emergency death chest. Of like, here's basic tools, food, armor. So that I, you know, kind of an emergency recovery situation. And this is a kind of an interesting area. That can be a whole journey. What's up, boys? Hanging out. My Saturday is still going well. You know, I processed my pain. I allowed it to work through. I reminded myself that this is a video game and it doesn't matter. And now we're all good. Man, you should have seen me when I was younger playing this game. I had some rage moments. Absolute moments of pure, unadulterated rage. Like, when I was younger, so I started playing this game, I think I was in like 6th or 7th grade. And my sisters, I have 2 younger sisters, so they would watch me play. And when I would die, they would get up and leave the room. Because I would freak out like a child. Hello, lovely people. I'll leave your farms up mostly, but if you guys have... Yes, they have hay bales. I am here for your hay bales, gentlemen. I will still not enslave you for now, but I will be taking these hay bales. So that I can eat. I'm sure you don't mind. At least I hope you don't. I will also take your watermelon supply. Maybe I'll leave you a few. I don't know if they regen or not. We'll see. Run a little experiment. Don't tell me, Fogarty. I'll find out on my own. I do appreciate the coordinates, though. A nice guy in chat who gives you coordinates. That's huge. That's a major key, as they say. And I'm actually going to leave some more hay bales here because I'm sure there's going to be some issue later on where I wish I had left some. So I'm going to get ahead of myself. Yeah. Look at me. Fully self-sustainable. No murder of the neutral mobs required. They may graze in peace. The pigs, the cows, the sheep of this land. No axe shall pierce their flesh. No sword shall scrape their hide. This is the decree of Thanos. Ah, the tower. I need to call this something. What's that? What's the Isengard tower called in Lord of the Rings? Is it just the Tower of Isengard, or does it have like a specific name? Because there's also the Eye of Sauron tower. I mean, I guess I'm not either of those people, and it doesn't really look like it, but the Mowery tower. Since I got into this game so early, I do have like the best username. Just have straight up Mowery. Pretty clean. I had the Mowery Instagram handle too for a very long time before I deleted my account. Alright guys, I hope you have enjoyed me fumbling and bumbling around today. Let's do, this is the, can I make a sign? Is this how you make a sign? Yeah. I'm gonna call this, emergency, wait, let's do one up. Emergency chest. So I'm gonna put in here, let's do like some obvious basics. We'll do an axe. Obvious, I of course don't have enough for, I don't have enough to actually build this out totally and completely. So we'll start with something. We'll go boom, boom. We'll put some melons in there. Yeah, we'll throw some wood in there. Cool. And that's the beginning of my emergency chest. All right. Hey, I got some gold at least. Would you look at that? Down to 2 diamonds. Ooh, that's unfortunate. We did lose our diamond pickaxe, but it's okay. I'm sure we'll get it back, or we'll get another one. Oh wait, can I make a music disc, or can I make a jukebox? Yes, I can. Okay, well then, great. Since we've lost everything, we're gonna have to go mining anyways. We're going to end this on a high note. I'm not going to end this in the dumps. We're making a jukebox and we're playing this music disc. And you know, we're going to put it... no, we'll put it over here. And as the sun sets... I hope this is good. Lena Rain, Other Side. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Lena Rain's Other Side. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed another episode of Chill Minecraft Stream with Tyler. There were ups, there were downs. We did it all. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you later. Good night. Ugh. I'm hoping I can... Yeah, let's do that. No, it just closes it off. Oh well. I was trying to like make it all cool and fade it out, but hey. We can't get everything we want. Anyways, have a good night. Subscribe and like and all of that stuff. Do the YouTube things for me if you watch the whole stream. Subscribe, like, you know the vibes. I love you all. I hope you had fun. All right, for real this time. Peace.